Today, we've got a special treat for you. It's a compilation of total idiots at work. You won't believe the crazy things people get up to on the job. From forklift fails to epic construction catastrophes, we've got it all. So sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh your socks off. And remember, no one had to see this. He was so dedicated and focused on his work that he now finds himself in this situation. Someone is going to get fired soon. He was a good helper until this moment. I think he just lost his day's pay. Never do this to a waiter. This man tried to help but ended up doing the opposite. If they were missing an entrance door, they just got a new one. This day at work will be hard to forget. Sometimes it's better to stay home and not come to work. I think it was clear to everyone at first glance how this would end. Before we dive back in, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to please leave a like and subscribe. Your support means the world to us and helps us bring you more incredible content. Thank you. She came in for an apartment renovation, but I think they'll need to find new workers because this doesn't look good at all. Although it might have been salvageable after the water damage, this definitely can't be fixed now. He thought he could do this himself and save some money in the process. When they were preparing a big shipment to load onto the ship, they didn't secure it properly and it tipped over. There's a lot of damage done, but luckily, no one was injured. Would you buy safety goggles instead of a mask in this situation? This is what it looks like when you finish school online. Maybe there were too many people involved in this simple task, and this is how it ended up. The camera captured a delivery driver treating a fragile package with clear disregard, carelessly tossing it out of the truck and even flipping it, despite the fragile label clearly displayed on the box. This unprofessional handling not only risks damaging the contents, but also undermines customer trust in the delivery service. Domino effect. Once it starts, it's nearly impossible to stop. They should hire him in the desert to find water. He'd probably stumble upon it too. It started badly, but maybe there's still a chance to turn it around. The boss will need to find a new driver and a new truck too. The other side of expensive restaurants that you need to know about. They're about to make a really costly mistake. This tile is one of the most expensive in the world. Everyone else is just standing still in shock. The sign was clearly visible, indicating that only certain heights could pass under the bridge, but the driver of this truck obviously didn't know the dimensions, leading to this outcome. On the road, we often find ourselves in situations that are hard to believe. I'm curious how this guy drives when his windshield is completely covered. Maybe he's following a drone. They're installing a climate control unit for the first time in the apartment, and it doesn't seem to be going very well. The tree they decided to cut down struck back. He drove his truck into the underground parking lot of the shopping center, and being too tall, he ended up busting the ceiling pipes, turning the entire parking area into a giant indoor pool. I think he should have used this tool before the wall was finished, not now. He only ordered tinted windows, but it looks like he might need new glass now. He couldn't resist taking a seat in this Lego car. I hope the driver of this machinery doesn't have claustrophobia, because I'm not feeling great just from watching this situation. That's when the biggest mistakes are often made at the end of the workday. If you're wondering why your online order is late, it might be because they've had a day like this. This task needed more skill and less brute force, but he mixed the two up. Two farmers had a disagreement, and this is what it looks like now. They've been putting off buying a new truck for their business, but I think after this adventure, they'll definitely need a new one. They'll have to take better care of it than this one. It all happened so fast, you might need to watch twice to believe it. What is your dream job, and are you perhaps doing it right now? Let us know in the comments. Mission impossible, I have nothing else to add. This pickup truck couldn't wait to get back on the road any longer. He knows something isn't right here, but there's still a smile on his face. He had to film this for his wife as proof of why he'll be late for lunch at home. This was obviously a job for at least two people, but he thought he was strong enough to do it alone. Usually he's a good worker, but today he wasn't focused. The work will be delayed, but this time it's not the workers' fault. A strong wind caught them all off guard and turned their workday into a comedy show. Dumping from the truck goes terribly wrong as the truck tips over, creating an unexpected mess. Would you dare drive behind him? I definitely wouldn't, not after watching Final Destination. He made an unforgettable return to the office after his vacation. In his free time, he probably rides a motorbike. Who needs extra tools when we have flip-flops at hand? It's truly unbelievable that he managed to do this so precisely in this way. He thought he could handle mounting drywall sheets on his own, but even though they're lightweight, they're too unwieldy for one person. Next time, he'll definitely ask for help before he has to replace the entire paycheck for the ruined material. I wonder if the shocks can handle this massive load, which doesn't look too heavy at over 2 tons. Learning from mistakes is important, but it's better to learn from others than your own. This cargo was too large for this trailer. It's clear that the load has exceeded the trailer's capacity. It's a reminder to carefully match cargo size with trailer capacity to avoid such mishaps. I'm not an expert, but I don't think this is how it's supposed to be done. Here's why phone use is banned in the kitchen at this restaurant. Someone's going to end up with a roasted iPhone instead of soup. One wrong move, and we're back to square one. When he saw everything about to come crashing down, all he could do was watch. A wrong assessment cost him dearly. This shows that it's better to tackle one task at a time, because if we're not focused enough, both tasks will fail. They thought it would be quicker and easier to transport the renovation materials this way, but now they've delayed until the next paycheck. Does this remind you of controlled demolitions of buildings? A big party is going to run out of drinks. It's truly nerve-wracking to watch a disaster unfold like this, but luckily he managed to keep things under control. If you think your job is tough, just remember a day like these guys had. A new excavator came to pull them out of the mud, but now it's stuck too. The mechanic lost his patience after not being able to find the issue. They botched the formwork for the stairs, and now there's a mess of fresh concrete to deal with. Their attempt at building stairs turned into a comedy of errors with wet cement everywhere. Here's why it's better to pay for parking than attempt to save a few bucks this way. What's strange is why the person filming didn't react and warn the driver that they hit the parked car. For what salary would you work here? It happened so fast, we need to watch it in slow motion. He should have stepped in to help instead of just recording. They'll have to wait a bit for the picnic since their food supplies have run out. Is there a foam party happening in this apartment? Why wasn't I invited? How often do you visit these exclusive restaurants? Don't forget to bring an umbrella just in case. Unusual scenes are often encountered at gas stations. This driver doesn't seem to be in a hurry. Does anyone know what kind of vehicle this is? It looks interesting. Free car wash for everyone at the traffic light. Sometimes it's better to use your brain more and your muscles less to get the job done right. The plan is going smoothly, although he could have used a little help from the wind. Maybe it wouldn't have been as bad if it was a hot summer day, but instead, we've got car sickle thanks to the hydrant that burst open. His fishing career clearly isn't going well. Maybe it's time to find a new job. In contrast to the video with winter, this is actually desirable here. The driver hit a hydrant, and now the street has turned into a DIY swimming pool. Turns out hitting a hydrant isn't just bad luck, it's an aquatic experience. They reported to the boss that they'll need more cement than planned, and he's baffled by how that's even possible. I hope this car is better secured than it looks because it's a brand new vehicle straight from the factory. The photographer was supposed to capture car show next to the girl, not the girl herself. The truck driver refuses to give up on squeezing under the wall, despite clearly not fitting and his cargo continuously banging into it. At this rate, who do you think will get destroyed first, the truck or the wall? Looks like he's trying to set a record for the most stubborn attempt to drive through a wall. How would you react if you saw a delivery person treating your package this way? Looks like a few cases of drinks will be missing from this order. When unloading large logs, the guy unloading them made a mistake and the truck tipped over. Now it's a game of which log can we lift first to save the truck. The guy unloading the logs managed to turn unloading into an Olympic-level balancing act. At this rate, he might end up with a gold medal if he can get the truck upright again. Rain isn't a problem for them. They were the main attraction in town on this wet day. They had been practicing this dance routine for a long time, but things didn't quite go as planned. They forgot about the grill, and now it's a scorched wasteland instead of a barbecue. They turned their cookout into a blackened memorial of charred dreams. This is one of the better paying jobs in Europe. Did you know that? When you love what you do. He got an idea for how to finish this quickly and easily, but when he tried it, he realized it was a terrible idea. We're coming to the end of our video. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part was and where you're watching from. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to continue exploring and experiencing this with us. Until next time, take care.